Howdy, YouTube land. As promised in one of the other videos from this debacle of a trip, or whatever you want to call it, 60,000 mile review of the 2019 Road Glide Ultra with the Milwaukee 8 114 engine. Well, welcome back to the channel. As I said, 60,000 miles on a stock Milwaukee 8 engine. There are absolutely no performance parts or upgrades to the engine on this bike. There's really no upgrades to the bike other than a phone holder, a couple of cup holders, and the filler lights. Oh, and the hand guards. I did do heat grips, but they don't work. I don't know why. But so let's dive into it, man, because here we are, 60,000 miles on a 2019. Navigation? Well, it keeps trying to put me on turnpikes everywhere I go.
Take the next left onto I-77 southbound.
Not happening. Turnpikes and dirt roads.
Now
That's
turn left.
what this thing likes. Turnpikes and dirt roads. It loves turnpikes.
Route recalculation.
See? Turnpikes and dirt roads. Now watch. It's going to put me on dirt road. Okay? So,
Drive 7.9 miles.
shut up. You guys ever see that like video on YouTube of the guy arguing with Siri? Yeah, that's me with the Harley navigation. Even though I don't really see anything bad about it, because let's start the review there. Because we're going to do a review of the whole bike. I like the Harley navigation. I like that it's there. It's at your fingertips. You don't gotta sit there and play with a phone or try to read anything off the phone screen or use up your data on your phone. I know a lot of folks have what is it, Apple Maps or whatever, and they've got the Apple CarPlay or whatever with it, and Android Auto and all that stuff. And hey, you guys got unlimited data? Good for you. I don't have unlimited data. I don't care to use my phone for all that stuff. When I bought the bike, it came with a GPS. I figured out how to use it. You punch the address in where you want to go, it takes you there. It may not be the route that you want to go, but it still takes you there. Alright? And I believe that's going to be with any GPS, not just the Harley navigation GPS. So, we said that part. The speakers, audio, yeah, stock Harley speakers suck. That is why we have the Rockford Falls gates in the front. We are still running stock Harley speakers in the rear because I've got a brand new set at the house of stock Harley speakers, and until I blow all the stock Harley speakers out, really no point in spending the money on the Falls gates. 2 Falls gates in the front have improved it drastically. I'm pleased with that upgrade. navigation, I don't know everything about it. I just figured some stuff out on this trip, some different stuff, and I'm still learning it. And I want to play with it some more in the garage and do a Harley Boom GTS for dummies type of video. Yeah, we're going to try to do something like that with the navigation, but I still have more to learn with it because there's so much that navigation can do. Still figuring out the Harley Ride Planner stuff. I've gotten a lot better with it. The biggest issue that I have found is you need to have, it's got to have some sort of, I don't know if it's a satellite signal and it's got to be in a certain spot or what, but in order for, and I've even got the WIM, that's what I don't understand about it, in order for your, maybe that's what it is, the WIM, and I'm not plugging it, but I'm not unplugging my flash drive because that's my music. But it just takes it time for the ride planner thing to pop up on the GPS. So I don't know what the deal is there. Maybe it needs a software update. Who knows? I haven't updated it. I'm not a fan of software updates. It works fine. It does what I want it to. Why update it and screw it up? That's my opinion. Now, let's talk about the rest of the bike. Comfort-wise, alright. I am coming off of, in 2019, when I bought the Road Glide Ultra, I came off of a 2003 Ultra Classic. So I came from a Batwing fairing bike to a Shark Nose fixed fairing. And I will tell you, and people will argue this all day long, the Road Glide, for me personally, is a way more comfortable bike to ride. Hence why we've got 60,000 miles on it. I had a 2003 that I traded in 2019, and it had 70,000 miles on it. So, what's that tell you? 60,000 on a 19, 70,000 on an 03. I could ride the 03 for about 100 miles, and I'd have to get off of it for 15, 20 minutes. Stretch out, get the soreness out of my neck, get the soreness out of my shoulders. Some people will say, oh, you just need different handlebars, you just need this, you just need that. No, I am telling you that while you are cruising down the highway, or even out here on the back roads, cutting it up with this thing, you don't have that wind forcing against that fairing and the handlebars. There is a difference. That's why they designed it and made it as aerodynamic as they did. There's a reason behind why they did what they did and made the Road Glide the way that they made it. It is just a super, super comfortable bike. I've got a backrest, which I don't know how I ever lived without a backrest on a motorcycle. But the backrest is awesome. When I'm by myself, when I got the wife with me, she's my backrest. She's a more comfortable backrest, but it is just a big road sofa. Okay? Now, let's talk about the power plant. We've got the Milwaukee 8 114 engine. I have ran, when I say since, 5,000 mile service, first 5,000 mile service, I started running AMSOIL. Dealership, I had the thing, the VIP and all that stuff. Dealership was doing all the services. I'm not going to lie and say that I checked my oil, because I didn't. because of as often as it was going in for services. I didn't really see a need for it. I figured if it was burning a bunch of oil, then on the services they would catch it, right? I mean, that was just my thought process at that time. Thought process since then has changed, not because anything bad with the Milwaukee 8 or oil consumption issues, but I can tell you that I am now doing my own services on my motorcycle, and I did an oil change on it, and I've checked the oil since and had not used any oil. I got to 5,000 miles. Time for, freshen up, oil filter and all that stuff. Check the oil. It didn't move from where I had it, that I could tell. It was still pretty well spot on. I think there may have been a recall that they took care of relatively early. I have had no oil leaks so far. I've had exhaust clamp issues, but I think we all end up having them. It's just kind of like a maintenance thing. You got to periodically check them. Like I checked them last night before I came on this trip. But, power-wise, I'm very pleased with the amount of power that it has. It will
in half a mile.
tote myself and my wife around just fine with no issues. Totes our luggage around. Doesn't ever feel like, unless I'm in too high of a gear, and that's my fault at times, it doesn't ever feel sluggish or luggish. And
in a quarter of a mile,
I can
turn left onto County Route 7, Gardner Road.
I can honestly say that I never feel
Route recalculation.
like
Drive 3 miles.
I don't have enough power, or like I need more power. 6-speed transmission. Sometimes on the highway, I mean, it does great. It'll run 75, 80 mile an hour at 3,500, 4,000 RPMs, which to some people that might be a bit much, but it still gets 44 miles a gallon running that way. So, I mean, I can't complain about that, and I'm not going to. I think it's wonderful. So, overall, engine performance-wise, I've had no issues, no complaints as far as that goes. Bike handling, it handles like a dream. I can honestly say that at first I had buyer's remorse and I wanted my old bike back. But now we've got a good bit of saddle time, 60,000 miles on a stock Milwaukee 8 114 engine, and stock suspension, stock seat, and we just get out here and put the rubber to the road, boys and girls. I hope that it'll be good with no issues for another 60,000 miles, but I don't think so. I will say that weather is cooling off and on some colder startups, and it could just be a normal thing. It's kind of noisy and you hear some noises, so they go away relatively quickly. They don't stay and stick around. They do go away relatively quickly, but I am pleased and very happy with the platform that Harley has put out there. And I think that a lot of people who have issues with their Milwaukee 8s are causing them by doing their performance upgrades. You know, everybody wants to be the big swinging stick, so to speak. Well, the way I see it is, engineers designed it to perform a certain way,
Keep left after half a mile.
and it's doing its job just fine. And I'm under warranty until 2026. So why am I going to screw with it? Hey, it's an awesome motorcycle, awesome platform that Harley developed
Keep left on
with
2 US 19.
with
Keep left.
shut up. Awesome platform that Harley developed with the Milwaukee 8. Okay, very pleased.
4.3 miles.
So, no complaints at all. Just, I mean, my 03, which was an 88, had been rebuilt twice that I know of within 70,000 miles. Milwaukee 8, 60,000, hasn't been touched once. So, what's that mean? I think what that means is if you take care of it and you do all your maintenance on it, it'll probably last you a good long while. Now, if you want to get out there and you want to hop it up and spruce it up and reinvent the wheel with it, well, it's probably going to give you problems. Which, I'm not going to say that at some point in time. This one's not going to, because it probably will. You know, the old saying, if it's got tensor tires, it's going to give you trouble. Well, eventually, it's coming. Getting up there in mileage, do I think about that stuff a little bit more? Yeah. But at the same time, like I said, I am under warranty until 2026. So hopefully if something's going to happen, it happens within that time frame. Got one. But I can't say enough about it, honestly. I mean, not a whole lot to say. It has done what it's supposed to do, and it hasn't given me any problems. I'll say that, and we'll leave her at that one, boys and girls. If y'all have any questions and would like, you know, if you guys have any questions or anything like that about my 60,000 mile experience with the Road Glide Ultra here, then feel free to leave that in the comment section, and I'll do my best to I'll get back to you. I know I'll get back to you, but I'll do my best to answer your question and fulfill your need. But if you would, hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and remember, when you get back out there, ride fast, live slow. We will see y'all on the next one.